Ang claim po ng kampo ni VP Sara, no, na dito po sa aligasyon na ito, wala ngang ultimate facts. At ito nga daw po based on speculation and built on conclusion. Ano ho ang hawak ng komite based on the complaint na may nagpapatunay na totoo pong merong unexplained wealth ang BP at maging merong mga irregularidad sa kanyang SALN?
Well, right now, Manong Ted, no? Ang hawak lang natin ay yung naging manifestation ni Congressman Ridon, if you remember.
Doon sa sinasabi ng mga abogado ni VP Sara na ang proseso kasi evidence muna bago ang hearing. No, so lumalabas daw po na sa ngayon ang Justice Committee ay naghahanap pa lang ng ebidensya sa particular na grounds na ito na unexplained wealth at yung SALN violation. O bakit daw po kumbaga hindi man lang nagpakita ng katibayan tungkol dito at ito na agad dinesisyonan na may grounds dito po sa particular na allegation na ito.
With that argument, Manong Ted, that means that the Justice Committee has to wait until the last resort of filing a petition in the Supreme Court and the latter's resolution of the issues raised in the petition. No? Kung ganyan ang magiging argument natin in impeachment cases, Manong Ted, walang makakapag-file.
Wala yung impeachment na yan. Gaya na sinabi ko, Committee on Justice, moro-moro lang yan. Talagang itatransmit nila sa i-recommend nila sa plenary. And as I said also in my show, every day, yung plenary session will vote for impeachment. But sa Senado, talo sila ron. They cannot get 16 votes.
Ma'am, hindi ho ba ang mga grounds po para po sa impeachment ni VP Sara kasama yung unexplained wealth at saka daw po yung violations sa SALN, di po ba?
That is correct, Manong Ted.
Okay. Ang claim po ng kampo ni VP Sara, na dito po sa aligasyon na ito, wala ngang ultimate facts. At ito nga daw po based on speculation and built on conclusion. Ano ho ang hawak ng komite based on the complaint na may nagpapatunay na totoo pong merong unexplained wealth ang BP at maging merong mga irregularidad sa kanyang SALN?
Well, right now, Manong Ted, no? Ang hawak lang natin ay yung naging manifestation ni Congressman Ridon, if you remember, the two SALN which were shared during the determination of sufficiency in substance of the third and the fourth impeachment complaint. No? Nevertheless, ayon sa ating mga justice members, hindi natin pwede i-expect ang mga complainants to have with them already this bank record, considering that they are protected by the bank secrecy law. No? As a matter of fact, maliwanag sa batas na itong impeachment cases, this is the only opportunity kung saan pwedeng mag-request ang complainant ng subpoena bank records. That is through the compulsory processes power granted to the House of Representatives and even to the Senate. No? So, bagaman tama ka, Manong Ted, sa observation mo na kulang sa attachment. But the explanation to this, according to the members, they cannot avail yet of the bank records protected by the bank secrecy law. And they are actually taking advantage of this process, the impeachment process, to be able to present those bank records in support of the allegations of unexplained wealth. No? So, ito naman, in-explain na ni Cong Terry Ridon during his manifestation. His theory about the offense committed is dapat yung kanyang nag-generate na income wherever they come from should be disclosed either in the SALN or in the income tax return. Otherwise, kung hindi madi-disclose, his theory is that constitutes unexplained wealth.
Opo, opo. Pero ma'am, para lang ho medyo ma-fortify pa po natin ang inyo pong katwiran dito sa isyong ito, if I may just again ask you, doon sa sinasabi ng mga abogado ni VP Sara na ang proseso kasi evidence muna bago ang hearing. No, so lumalabas daw po na sa ngayon ang Justice Committee ay naghahanap pa lang ng ebidensya sa particular na grounds na ito na unexplained wealth at yung SALN violation. O bakit daw po kumbaga hindi man lang nagpakita ng katibayan tungkol dito at ito na agad dinesisyonan na may grounds dito po sa particular na allegation na ito. Again, ma'am, please.
Let us remember, Manong Ted, no? There are 5 steps. 5 steps before the Justice Committee to complete the impeachment proceedings, no? Yung evidence na nire-require dito is just reasonable amount of evidence. It is not substantial evidence, it is not probable cause, lalo namang hinding proof beyond reasonable doubt, no? As a matter of fact, to be specific, nowhere in the rules will you see the amount of evidence required. The only parameter is, according to the Supreme Court, it depends on the exclusive judgment of the justice members whether the complaint on its face and on its attachment can be declared as sufficient in form and in substance. So, wala pa po tayo sa trial, wala pa po tayo sa determination of probable cause. Kaya ang sabi ko po kahapon sa ating opening statement, hindi po ito paglilitis. We are just trying to find reasons which will justify the continuation of our impeachment proceeding. No? So granting na wala pang bank record, granting that the SALN available to the committee is the 2 SALN which were manifested, shared by Congressman Ridol, we took note of the fact that this bank record cannot be availed of yet by the complainant. As a matter of fact, they need to make use or explore the compulsory power of the Justice Committee to be able to avail themselves of this bank record and present them before us in support of the allegation of unexplained wealth. Now, with regards to SALN and even ICR, ito naman ay public records which are easy to actually inquire into and to present, no? And to complete the explanation, Manong Ted, no? Ang hinahanap pa lang po natin dito, tapat na dahilan to move forward. And under the rules, nowhere will you see. Wala naman nung sinabi ang rules na ang kailangan ay substantial evidence. Wala naman nung sinabi ang rules na kailangan na ng probable cause. The probable cause will be determined pa pag natapos ang ating hearing proper. In other words, Manong Ted, the reason kung bakit, bagaman sa kakulangan ng ebidensya at this point in time, sa unexplained wealth, bakit na-consider siya na sufficient in substance? It is because that is the judgment of the individual members of the Justice Committee. According to them, may sapat ng dahilan para mag-proceed to the next step of the impeachment proceeding. Again, yun pong determination of form and substance, hindi po yan paglilitis. We're not trying to establish the guilt or innocence of the respondent. We're trying to find reasonable justification kung bakit magtutuloy-tuloy ang impeachment proceeding. The same is true dun sa nangyari kahapon, Manong Ted, which is determination naman of sufficiency in ground. Hindi rin yun paglilitis. Ang hinahanap natin, reasonable justification why we should proceed to hearing proper. No? And the thing is, Manong Ted, ang naging observation ng mga justice members kahapon, sayang yung answer ni VP. because it failed to respond directly to the allegations of offenses and grounds which could have convinced the justice members not to vote in towards the declaration of sufficiency in grounds
Okay.
na sana na-prevent yung pagtutuloy-tuloy doon sa
Okay.
hearing proper.
Sige po. So ma'am, inyo po na ipaliwanag na klaro yung 5 baitang na dadaanan po nitong prosesong ito. So ito pong susunod yung hearing ay pagpupulong, ito na po yung ika-4 na baitang, hindi po ba? Ito na po yung hearing.
Tama po yun.
Okay, sige. So,
Tama po yun.
Apo, sa hearing na iyan, Madam Chair, yan ba yung appropriate time para po may magmosyon? Ano bang kaparaanan para ho maglabas ng subpoena ducis tecum ang komite para po doon sa bank records at ilang pang mga kakailanganing dokumento para po magkaroon ng ebidensya sa aligasyon po ng ang unexplained wealth at irregularidad sa SALN?
Yes. As a matter of fact, Manong Ted, pag binasa mo yung rules, pagkatapos ng Declaration of Sufficiency in Grounds na nangyari kahapon, no, mag-uumpisa naman ang hearing proper.
Mm-mm.
At dito sa hearing proper, dito pinapayagan na ang Justice Committee to act on the motions or whatever request the parties may have in relation to the impeachment complaint, no? So, we place on record kahapon the fact na may natanggap na ang committee na this is a request actually, not a motion, a request for the issuance of subpoena of various documents, no?
Mhm.
To name some, ang kasama dyan yung documents from AMLA,
Mhm.
documents from COA, and even the documents from the Committee on Good Government during the inquiry back in the 19th Congress, no?
Okay.
This was headed by Kong Joel Sua during that time, no? About the petition naman, which we placed on record also, I was corrected in fact by Congressman Chel Jokno. The petition was to invoke the protective custody of the 8th Rep or the House of Representatives in favor of the witnesses, no? It is not necessarily transfer of custody, sabi ni Kong Chel Jokno. It is an invocation of the power of the House of Representatives to take protective custody, and the transfer of custody is just one of the various measures na pwedeng i-consider ng House of Representatives.
Opo.
So, during the hearing proper, ito po iti-take up na ng committee.
Mhm.
And since the committee is a collegial body, hindi po yan pwedeng desisyonan ng chair alone. Hindi po yan pwedeng desisyonan ng few members lang. In other words, it has to be with the consensus of the justice members, no? So kung wala namang mag-o-oppose, just like what happened kahapon, it can be considered as unanimously approved. Pero kung may mag-o-oppose, palaging ang ating resort is to divide the House or to proceed to vote.
Opo. So sino po, ma'am, dapat dito ang kasi kaninyo meron ng request, no, dito po sa mga dokumentong ito. Sa hearing proper po, ito ho dapat idaan sa motion yung subpoena ho ba agad o request pa muna? Ano ho ba ang inyong naiisip po na posibleng mangyari po dito sa usapin po ng bank records, AMLAC records, and SALN?
Whether this is a request or a motion, a justice member should be able to formalize that during the hearing proper. And I wish to state for a fact na si Kong Chel Jokno is a justice member, no? So I anticipate that he will be formalizing that into a motion, the request for the issuance of subpoena during the hearing proper. No?
Okay.
I, in fact, instructed or directed the committee secretariat to help Kong Chel Jokno furnish copy of the request for issuance of subpoena as well as the petition for protective custody to the respondents for whatever course of action they wish to take.
Opo. That's relevant nga kay Madriaga. And again, doon nga po susipin po nitong subpoena sa mga bank documents, bank records. Ma'am, kapag po hindi sumunod ang bangko sa subpina po ng House, kung sakali man, meron ho bang penalty ang bangko dyan?
Well, alam mo kasi yung failure to obey lawful orders of courts of law, that includes the power of the Justice Committee to compel the production of these documents by way of subpoena, no? Ang consequence nito, they can be cited in contempt for failure to obey a lawful order of the impeachment proceeding, something like that, no? So that is how it is being addressed in case it will not be obeyed or responded to by banks. Pero ang nakita ko kahapon sa request, Manong Ted, is not yet the bank. It is AMLA. AMLA documents ang ipinapaproduce by way of their request for issuance of subpoena to the SECO. Hindi pa bank.
Okay, opo. And then we will have to wait nga, no? Kung ito ba'y magiging, ma-raise itong isyong ito. Sige, so, Chairman, yun pong panig nga ni VP Sara na yung sa COA Notice of Disallowance na bahagi po sa kanyang naging answer, sinasabi nila na hindi pa final yan eh. Bakit naman kayo nangunguna dito sa sinasabi nyo sa confidential fund na mali ang paggamit ni VP Sara? Ito nga'y subject pa ngayon to deliberation, eventually daw po sa commission, and eventually sa Supreme Court kung sila po hindi kontento dito. Bakit po pinangungunahan daw po ninyo? Yes, ma'am.
With that argument, Manong Ted, that means that the Justice Committee has to wait until the last resort of filing a petition in the Supreme Court and the latter's resolution of the issues raised in the petition, no? Kung ganyan ang magiging argument natin in impeachment cases, Manong Ted, walang makakapag-file ng impeachment against impeachable official because alam natin na napakaraming judicial remedies na ipinagkakaloob sa parties to a complaint until our final recourse, which is the highest tribunal, the Supreme Court. That is one. Pangalawa, we should understand, iba yung proceeding ng COA, iba itong impeachment case, no? The question is, yun bang issuance ng notice of disallowance, does it constitute an impeachable offense already, no? Without necessarily generating a decision which is final and executory already from COA or even from the Supreme Court, no? Kasi ito, ang tinitingnan dito is the fitness of the public officials to continue in assuming public office, no? So, this is quite irrelevant doon sa finality ng decision ng COA and even to the finality of the possible petition in the Supreme Court. Pwede, Manong Ted, na from the notice of disallowance, by basis ng makita ang justice members, at least for the purpose of proceeding to the next step of the impeachment proceeding. Let us take note, Manong Ted. Para po hindi malito ang ating kapwa Pilipino. Ito pong ginagawa ng Justice Committee is similar to a preliminary investigation na ginagawa ng mga piskal in a criminal case, no? So, pag natapos po ito, ang magiging desisyon ng justice members ay may probable cause ba o wala? Kung may probable cause, isampa natin sa korte. Dito naman sa impeachment proceedings, kung may probable cause, transmit natin sa Senate, no? But what I am trying to point out, Manong Ted, we are not yet requiring a huge quantum of evidence. Wala pa po tayong hinihinging malaking amount ng ebidensya. As a matter of fact, dun pa yun mangyayari sa last step. The only thing that we are trying to find here, as guided by the rules, may reasonable justification pa to proceed to the next step of the impeachment proceeding. No?
Okay, opo, sige. So, Chairman, yung pong notice of disallowance ng COA, mismo po lahat ba ng dokumento nito hawak na ng komite? Yung bahong mga dokumento ng pagtanggap ni Mary Grace Piatos, Chippy McDonald, Carlos Miguel Wishi, ito hong lahat ng ito, ito bang mga dokumentong ito hawak na po ng komite o ito po ay hihingiin pa lang po ninyo sa COA?
Wala pa pong hawak na ganyan ang Justice Committee, no? As a matter of fact, that is part of the request for issuance of subpoena duces tecum of all the COA documents which were used by the Committee on Good Government or the Blue Ribbon Committee of the House, then presided by Congressman Joel Sua in the 19th Congress. You will remember, Manong Ted, dito unang na-establish itong allegations of misuse of confidential funds. 19th Congress sa hearing ng Good Government. So there were documents which were presented during that hearing, and I know for a fact na ang kasama doon sa request ng ni Congressman Sel Jokno is issuance of subpoena of documents of the Committee on Good Government of the House of Representatives as well as documents from COA. Pero if your question is may hawak na ba kami? Wala, except for some na naka-attach doon sa impeachment complaint.
Opo. Meron ho ba mang posibilidad ho na yung mga taong tumanggap ng confidential fund gamit ang mga alias na ito ay malantad sa inyo pong mga pagdinig, ma'am, sa hearing?
That is a very big possibility because we're trying to establish here the money trail of the confidential fund. Saan ba napunta? Kasi ang sabi nitong ating SDO na dalawa, si Dina Acosta at saka si Fajarda, Special Disbursing Officer sa SDO. Binigay po namin kay Colonel Lachica, sabi nung isa, binigay po namin kay Colonel Nolasco. After that, saan napunta? Considering that the acknowledgement of receipt of money bears the name of Mary Grace Piatos, so on and so forth, di ba? So I think it is another significant matter na kailangang malinawan during the hearing proper of the Justice Committee.
Opo. Ano ho ba report ng COA, ma'am? Yun ho bang mga dokumento na ito, yung mga voucher na umano ang recipient ay itong sila Mary Grace Piatos et al. Ay preserved sa COA? Ito ho ba'y naandidian pa sa kanila? Wala bang danger na ito'y mawala?
Well, I think they presented that already in the 19th Congress, the Good Government Committee, no? At wala naman tayong na-receive na information that these documents are no longer available. So I wish to believe that they are intact with COA.
Okay. So ma'am, March 25 po, anong ating aasahan para lang ho mas maunawaan po ng ating mga kababayan? Ito hong inyong napipintong schedule kahit na po naka-Lenten break po ang Kongreso.
Manong Ted, we are about to discuss our ground rules, no, for the purpose of our hearing proper. But nevertheless, it is certain that what the people will expect is the presentation of evidence and witness by the complainant at pag natapos siya, presentation of evidence and witness by the respondent. No? Ang sabi sa rules, the direct examination and the cross-examination of the witnesses may be conducted by the justice members. Maraming nagtatanong, what will be the participation of the lawyers of the parties in the impeachment complaint? The participation of the lawyers are limited only to assisting the parties or their clients. No? It is also during this hearing proper where we will be acting on the request for issuance of subpoena as well as the petition for protective custody. Again, the Justice Committee is a collegial body, so if the question is how are you going to resolve these motions and requests, it will be done by way of motion. Kung walang mag-o-object, it means unanimously approved. Otherwise, we will be proceeding to vote. Okay. So, pag kompleto na yan, Manong Ted, tapos na lahat ng witness na isalag na, lahat ng documents na ipresenta na both the complainant and the respondent. That is the time we vote on the existence of probable cause, no?
Opo.
Kung ano man ang maging decision ng Justice Committee about the probable cause, we will be forwarding to the plenary subject to the decision of at least one-third vote of all the members of the House of Representatives.
Opo.
If it is in the affirmative, it warrants transmittal to the Senate. If it is in the negative or hindi namin ma-reach yung one-third vote in the floor, it is equivalent to the dismissal of the impeachment complaint.
Okay.
So at least that is the entirety of our process.
Opo. Ma'am, ito po, pahabol lang po. Last question from Chacha. Go,
Yes
Cha.
po, oo. Rep, ang madalas po sinasabi nila ang impeachment legal process but also a political process. Paano po natin sisiguruhin sa publiko na yung magiging desisyon ng committee members kung dapat nga pong ituloy-tuloy at umakyat sa Senado ito pong impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara Duterte will purely be based on evidence rather than politics? Ano po ang kasiguraduhan na gusto nating ibigay sa mga nakikinig at nanonood sa atin ngayon?
DJ, of course, lahat ng hearings natin naka-live stream.
Yes
no?
po.
At itong mga justice members who are discharging a function similar to a fiscal or a prosecutor is subject to the judgment also of the respective constituents.
Mhm.
So, bagaman it is political, it is not enough na boboto ka lang in accordance with the position of your political party. Because if the decision of your political party is not in accordance with the existing evidence that supports or does not support the impeachment complaint, you will be subjected to the judgment of your constituents. No? Just like me, for example, I have constituents in Batangas.
Mhm.
Dapat ang decision ko, apart from considering the position of the political party where I belong, that is Lakas, no? Dapat ang decision ko naaayon din sa ebidensyang inilatag ng parties. Otherwise, I might be judged by my constituents on the next election. So I think from that point, we can give an assurance to the sovereign Filipino people that the justice members will be considering the evidence which will be presented by both parties in the determination of the existence of probable cause, which will be the deciding factor whether that will go to the plenary or otherwise.
Meron pong aligasyon si Toby Chanco ng Navotas na meron daw pong kapalit ito hong mga nandidiyan po sa komite para pumabor sa pagpapatuloy po ng impeachment process, ma'am. Short reaction, please.
Ano daw kapalit? Wala akong alam na kapalit, no? Kasi I've been working on this because, of course, I feel the obligation to head the Justice Committee, to be able to come up with an orderly proceeding, an organized proceeding, and of course a decision which will be acceptable to the people. A decision which can be justified based on the evidence presented. No, I don't know anything na tinutukoy ni Congressman Toby Chanco na kapalit ng aming nagiging judgment, decision, or position with regard to this impeachment complaint. For us, for me, no, of course I cannot speak for others, but for me, talagang I see this as my constitutional duty that I should be able to discharge.
Wala yung impeachment na yan. Gaya na sinabi ko, Committee on Justice, moro-moro lang yan. Talagang itatransmit nila sa i-recommend nila sa plenary. And as I said also in my show, every day, yung plenary session will vote for impeachment. But sa Senado, talo sila ron. They cannot get a 16 votes against Inday Sara. The most they can get is 6 na vote. Talo yan.
Why is that, Attorney?
Why? Ay, obvious. Tandaan nyo, si Inday Sara, as I said, destinido na maging presidente, so maglalaro yan na yan. Ang mga panatiko lang na anti-Duterte dyan, kaya si Ontiveros, si Pangilinan, sino pa, si Lacson, si Soto, most likely si Bob Aquino, yan ang mga kontra, hindi mo mapapabuti yan. Pero the rest, ibang usapan yan. Pupunta yan. Katunayan, this year, marami pa maglalaro yan. Pero next year, tandaan nyo sinabi magbabalik tara ng marami yan. Even the number of impeachment votes, from 215, bagsak yan. Baka 100 lang may yan.